Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley's daughter, Chrisley last name, called it problematic. The Chrisley family has been making quite a few headlines in recent months, especially with Todd and Julie's recent presidential pardon. However, one member of the family is distancing themselves from the rest in one way. This even includes dropping the family name. Fans were introduced to the Chrisley family through the USA Network series, Chrisley Knows Best. On the series, the family was led by real estate tycoon Todd and his wife Julie. Todd and Julie have 3 children together, Chase, Savannah, and Grayson. In addition, Todd also has 2 children from a previous marriage, his daughter Lindsay and his son Kyle. As previously reported, fans have noticed that Lindsay was going by the last name Landsman on social media. At the time, some fans suspected she might have gotten married, as she seemingly took the last name from her boyfriend, David Landsman. Lindsay recently addressed the rumors during a recent episode of her podcast, The Southern Tea. During the conversation, Lindsay shared she was surprised by how many people even noticed the recent name change. Instead, Lindsay said that the change was intended as a quiet movement. Over the years, she has gone through different surnames, including Campbell, following her marriage to ex-Will Campbell. She went back to Chrisley before the recent change to Landsman. Lindsay shared, "For a long time, I very much battled with carrying my maiden last name. And with me carrying that last name came public association." She shared that she understood the name came with assumptions of all different kinds, weight that I truly feel like I never asked for. In particular, Lindsay disliked accusations of her benefiting from her last name. She shared, "I do think it's fair to say that contrary to what some people believe, the Chrisley last name, while it did start with reality show, Chrisley Knows Best, and we all collectively were doing that project together. Outside of that, that last name did not create income or opportunity for me." In fact, Lindsay shared she felt the opposite had occurred. As she shared, the family name became very problematic with me being associated in any capacity, in business, and has been problematic for projects that I have done post-Chrisley Knows Best. She even shared that the name cost her business opportunities. There were even a few times when she was advised to use another name. As for using her boyfriend's name, Lindsay shared, "It truly was a decision that I made about reclaiming my peace and stepping into my future that is defined by love, growth over the past couple of years, and just forward movement." Lindsay also explained that she and David were not married. However, she felt, "I feel that it is fair to say that he and I built a safe and loving relationship that allows for stability in my life, and in Jackson's life. And in this chapter, that name feels like home to me." She also assured she would have openly shared such news had she gotten married. Explaining the name change further, Lindsay shared, "It has nothing to do with erasing my past. It is all about choosing my future and protecting the people that I love most while doing so. And it felt like it was the right thing to do." Did you listen to Lindsay during her recent podcast episode? Make sure you come back to for all the latest TV and celebrity news. In a move that shocked fans and critics alike, one of Todd Chrisley's daughters has officially dropped the Chrisley last name, and she's not being quiet about why. While the Chrisley name was once synonymous with Southern charm and reality TV glamour, recent scandals and prison headlines have left a dark shadow over the family legacy. Now, one Chrisley daughter is drawing a line in the sand. "I'm reclaiming my identity," she said in a candid social media video that's already gone viral. "The Chrisley name doesn't represent who I am anymore. It's not empowering. It's not safe. It's problematic." Though she didn't call out her father directly, the message was crystal clear. Once proud of her lineage, she now says the name has become a badge of shame, a reminder of years spent trying to live up to an image built on perfection, wealth, and family unity, all of which came crashing down when Todd Chrisley and his wife Julie were sentenced to prison for bank fraud and tax evasion. A family name in freefall. The Chrisleys rose to fame with their hit show Chrisley Knows Best, capturing hearts with their witty banter, Southern hospitality, and impeccable style. At the center of it all was Todd Chrisley, the flamboyant patriarch who spared no expense in presenting his family as the epitome of success. But that perfectly curated image began unraveling in 2022, when Todd and Julie were indicted and later convicted on multiple federal charges. Suddenly, the Chrisley name wasn't lighting up Hollywood. It was headlining court dockets. For the daughter in question, rumored to be Todd's estranged daughter, Lindsay Chrisley, the collapse wasn't just legal or financial. It was deeply personal. Every job interview, every friendship, every date, it all came with baggage, she said. People hear Chrisley, and they assume you're either a liar, a leech, or a lawsuit waiting to happen. Breaking free. The name change was more than symbolic. It was transformative, legally dropping the Chrisley surname and returning to her maternal lineage. She said she finally felt free. I've carried that name like an anchor. Not anymore. She described her choice as a long time coming, saying that even before the convictions, she struggled with the toxic expectations that came with being a Chrisley. The constant pressure to appear perfect, the reality show edits, the manipulation, and the public scrutiny, it all took a toll. We were supposed to be this picture-perfect family. But behind the scenes, it was chaos, control, and cover-ups. Though she didn't elaborate on the alleged behind-the-scenes dysfunction, her tone suggested wounds that run deeper than the federal charges her parents are serving time for. A public rejection. Her statement is perhaps the most public and direct rejection of Todd Chrisley's legacy by a family member to date. While his son Chase has remained mostly loyal, and Savannah continues to manage life under intense pressure, this daughter is choosing a completely different path. It's not rebellion, she clarified. It's survival. Todd, known for being opinionated and fiercely controlling of his family's public image, has not commented on the name change. Given the circumstances, currently incarcerated at a federal facility, his ability to respond may be limited. But fans are already speculating that the silence says more than words ever could. Support and skepticism. Reactions to the news have been mixed. While many fans have applauded the bold move, praising her for stepping into her own identity, others accuse her of trying to capitalize on family drama. She wants the fame without the fallout, one critic commented online. But supporters were quick to defend her. She's not riding coattails, a fan wrote. She's cutting the cord. That takes guts. Mental health advocates also chimed in, noting how difficult it can be to separate from a high-profile family, especially one with such a contentious public image. Dropping a toxic family name can be a powerful form of self-healing, one therapist tweeted. It's about more than letters. It's about legacy. What's next? Since the announcement, the daughter has hinted at future projects, none of which involve the Chrisley name. She teased a podcast centered around healing, honesty, and personal rebirth. And fans are already eager for more. I want to create something real, she said. Not filtered, not scripted. Just real life, the kind I never got to live as a Chrisley. Insiders say she's also been approached for book deals, and possibly a docuseries that would dive into what life was really like growing up in the shadow of a reality TV empire. Todd's legacy under fire. For Todd Chrisley, whose entire brand was built on family, faith, and finances, This could be the most painful blow yet. Not only has he lost his freedom, but now he's losing control of the narrative and possibly the loyalty of his children.